Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bulldogs going up against the Packers.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Bulldogs and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Green.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
Check.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio. Check 43.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Over! Gun!
Now a handoff to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
Watch you now, Barney.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
4 down. Check. Here we go now. 3, no. Check. Patriot. Shift.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Space to run past the 20. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Back down. Over. All right, here we go. Blue, 90. 4 down.
A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's good to make it 7-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be knocked down sideways.
Double tight. 4 down. Blue 58.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Double tight. 319. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Over. Bang.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers buying time to his left. He finds. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah,
and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hoka over here. 3-9. Zoom. 3 down. Let's go. Out. Hold. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We got 4.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Strong right. Strong right.
26. Blue 50.
Strong right. 3 down. 3 down.
319.
Under 10.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Hatch it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Gerald McCoy able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Strong right.
3 down. 3 down.
On second down, Montgomery.
He's coming.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Single. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3.
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession.
Right. He's
Gun. Here we go now. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack. Watch tight end. Tight right.
All right, here we go. 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That's taken on the 25. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Two tights. You got three down.
319.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
Run.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
4 down.
And the D looking like they may blitz.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, now, look at Detroit. Detroit, let's go.
On second down, here's Henry. Room to run past midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's where you belong. Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Set. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he spins through. And now running right through him.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Tight right.
Hey, 88. No. 319. Poco over here.
Shift.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Wide left.
We got 4.
They'll run forward Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback keeping it and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Crash. All right, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Double tight.
Box it.
Four down. Check.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
319. 630.
Mike's 5-4.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down. Check. 3 down.
Going right.
Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39.
Four down.
Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor. Complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Running left, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll look to throw here. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Double tight.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Got four down.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. All day, baby, all day. Tight end left.
Wide left.
Four down.
No. Green 18.
No. Off.
It's all right.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He's coming. Double up.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Single.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. That'll bring up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Over.
Third quarter started with a run from Montgomery. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Now Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hurry up.
4 down. Alert.
Quick.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays, he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he loses the football a second time. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They begin with Henry.
That's what I do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The open man is Smith. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Double tight. Even. 4
No. Check. Check 99 Philly. Here we go.
Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
The slot man in motion right.
He's crashing.
Henry running right. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to work as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Detroit!
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Fresh set of downs here.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Taylor. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Green 18.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Get reset.
3 down. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
No, Callie. Strong left, Callie.
Check 52.
No.
Strong right. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Halfback sent in motion.
Motion.
Zoom.
Tight dog.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10.
Here we go now. Blue line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch it now, Barney.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get two there, but on third and one, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. A swing pass caught, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there, 56 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, put the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right.
Green 18.
Alert, alert.
Blue 58 on. Blue 59 on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go now. No. Check.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completes it to Davis. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here, baby. Your trip ends here.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Detroit! Detroit! I got it. Over!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Hey, we got tight left. Now let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kenny Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Watch 12.
Check 30.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Powerful running. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, 50.
Bang, 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 bang.
Blue 58. Wide left.
Alert flare. Hey, switch gears.
319. Scat 300.
Check.
Rodgers now on first down. Dance, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
26.
Watch them. Check Mike 54.
Over. Wide left. 319.
We got this. Check three.
Quick.
Hey,
Rodgers to throw on second down.
Switch.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Again, it's Henry. And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Strong left. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Over. All right, now look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 45. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Being chased out left. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Even. All right, now look at 56. Over. Set. Blue. All right, now look at 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for London, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to start your season with recommended. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Giants going up against the Golden Eagles.
All right, thanks, Larry. It's the third largest stadium in the world, a capacity over 95,000, as we are in Mexico City, the capital of the great country of Mexico. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Between the New York Giants and the Mexico City Golden Eagles.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready? Blue 18.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check,
One,
check.
one,
3
one.
down, 3 down. Under 10, under 10, 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Flex round. Ohio. Let's go.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On third down, that's Alexander. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
He wasn't ready.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Mike's 5'4".
No. Watch him now, Barney.
Come on. You better bring it.
Detroit. Watch him now, Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go now. No. Check.
They'll look to throw here.
Check the backer.
Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
84. Watch 84.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Go.
Joker.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Watch twist.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Kill. 3. Watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Mariota now. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And New York set to take the field.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Leopard set. Leopard.
Hey. 4 down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 50.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Owens. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end.
All right, now look at
Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
over.
Shift together here from the D-line. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Looks to be right around the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Strong left.
Ohio. Here we go.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
No, off. Check,
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Easy work in this.
Throw it, Mariota. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Easy. 1. 3.
On 3rd down. That's Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a Risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now let's go. Boom, line it. Over. No. Check. Patriots.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Come on now. That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
Over. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
Tight to the right, boys. Tight to the right. Move. 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This is Cohen on the toss, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Eluding the pressure right. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Check. Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outside there. All right, now look at 50.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Check 4.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll send the receiver in motion left.
Look at 56. Watch you now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Owens. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Motion, 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 motion.
Slot man moves right.
We got it, we got it, we got it. Hey.
They'll send a receiver in motion. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Does the big boy have the juice? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Field left.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
They're coming.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, now, look at 56 now. Look at 56. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Switch.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Now let's go. Leopard.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And this will be a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on. Tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Owens. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
And he motions the wide receiver. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Yeah!
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch out.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here we go again.
3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Patriot. Now let's go now. Lucky 56.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll escape to his right and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Check 99.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands. And tough starting field position here. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Back 99 Philly.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's where you belong.
The Giants on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
Alert 86.
A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Two tights. 3 down. Here we go. Watch 7.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, found a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 10 yards still left on second down.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw is Mariota. And this one's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up there thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll try and run with Murray. And he's got room. Past the 20. And touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Hey, let's go. Philly,
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Here's Mariota, and he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
One.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And New York set to take the field.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Run.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Man left.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Giants a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Tapper in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now back out comes the offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
A toss to Murray.
3 down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Mariota steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
My bad, guys.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how